Life's difference lies in 4 words: the secret to success and happiness. Life is a long journey full of challenges and opportunities. Some people achieve brilliant success, while others remain stuck in a cycle of failure. What makes the difference? The answer lies in 4 core words: heart, wisdom, patience, virtue. These are the keys that help a person not only achieve success but also find peace and happiness in life. 1. Heart, upholding morality, living with sincerity. In life, the most important thing is to live with a sincere and kind heart. A person with heart always treats others with honesty, without selfishness or calculation. When you work with sincerity and without seeking personal gain, success will naturally come to you. A person with heart earns trust, respect, and support from others, especially in times of difficulty. There is a saying: backhand index pointing right, where there is heart, there is greatness. A person with a pure heart will have an open and clear mind, allowing them to make wise and correct decisions. Life is a cycle. When you give away sincerity and kindness, you will receive joy and inner peace in return. For example, a businessman who does business with integrity and fairness will naturally attract loyal customers and reliable partners. Meanwhile, a person who is dishonest may gain short-term benefits, but in the long run, they will lose trust and respect. Living with heart means living with compassion, kindness, and sincerity. It means treating others the way you want to be treated. When you give from the heart, you will receive more than material rewards. You will receive happiness and peace of mind. 2. Wisdom, constantly learning and improving yourself. If heart is the root, then wisdom is the wings that help a person fly higher and farther in life. Wisdom is power. It is the light that illuminates the path ahead. A wise person constantly seeks knowledge, improves their skills, and adapts to any situation. Knowledge not only deepens our understanding of the world but also gives us the ability to analyze, evaluate, and make sound decisions. A wise person remains calm in the face of challenges, knowing how to solve problems logically and flexibly. The pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey. A person with wisdom will always have control over their destiny. There is a saying: backhand index pointing right, learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. For instance, Jason, a young farmer, knew that hard work alone was not enough to succeed. He sought advice from experienced farmers, read books about agriculture, and experimented with new techniques. Thanks to his intelligence and willingness to learn, Jason's farm flourished, and he became known as the most successful farmer in the village. Wisdom means knowing what to do and how to do it. It means seeking solutions rather than excuses. A person with wisdom learns from both successes and failures, constantly improving and adapting to new circumstances. 3. Patience, persevering through challenges. Success does not come from luck. It is the result of persistence and relentless effort. Everyone faces difficulties in life, but those who reach the finish line are the ones who remain patient and never give up. Patience is the key to overcoming all adversity. A patient person does not act impulsively or hastily. They know how to wait for the right moment to seize opportunities. When faced with failure, they don't get discouraged. They see it as a lesson to grow stronger. There is a saying: backhand index pointing right, constant grinding turns iron into a needle. Jason experienced many setbacks in his life. One year, a storm destroyed his entire farm. Despite the loss, Jason didn't give up. He patiently replanted his crops, repaired the fences, and started over. Day after day, he worked tirelessly until his farm recovered and became more productive than ever. Patience is not about waiting passively. It is about continuing to work hard while trusting that your efforts will eventually bear fruit. A patient person understands that setbacks are temporary. They stay calm in the face of adversity and remain focused on their long-term goals. When others give up, they keep going, and that makes all the difference. 4. Virtue, living with integrity and good character. A person's true worth is reflected in how they treat others and how they live their life. A person with virtue lives honestly, kindly, and with respect for others. Morality is the foundation of true success. It earns the trust and admiration of society. A virtuous person builds meaningful and long-lasting relationships. They are respected not because of their wealth or status but because of their integrity and good character. Virtue is the foundation of genuine success. There is a saying. Backhand index pointing right, when you have virtue, you will have everything you need. Jason was not only successful because of his hard work and intelligence but also because of his virtue. He shared his farming techniques with other villagers, gave seeds to those in need, and taught them how to grow crops. Thanks to his generosity, the entire village prospered. Living with virtue means treating others fairly, helping those in need, and acting with integrity even when no one is watching. A person with virtue gains the respect and trust of others, which opens doors to greater opportunities. Virtue means doing the right thing, even when it's difficult. It means putting others before yourself and standing up for what is right. A person with virtue earns not only success but also peace of mind and happiness. Here is Jason's story about 4 words: heart, wisdom, patience, virtue. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the foot of a mountain, there lived a young man named Jason. Jason had been orphaned since he was very young. He lived alone in a small, shabby house surrounded by a few small fields and a simple garden. Despite the hardships of life, Jason was an optimistic, kind, and hard-working young man. From a young age, Jason was used to a life of deprivation. He often had to work hard from dawn to dusk to make a living. Every day, he would go up the mountain to gather firewood, pick wild vegetables, and catch fish from a nearby stream. Although life was tough, Jason never complained or resented his fate. Deep in his heart, he always believed that one day his life would change for the better. One afternoon, as Jason was carrying a bundle of firewood down the mountain, he saw an old man with white hair and a long beard resting under an ancient tree. The old man looked tired and hungry. Feeling concerned, Jason put down the firewood, took out an old piece of bread from his bag, and handed it to the old man. "Sir, please eat this to ease your hunger," Jason said kindly. The old man took the bread, his eyes filled with gratitude. After finishing the bread, the old man looked at Jason with a warm smile and said, "You are a kind-hearted young man. I see strength and a pure heart within you. But to be successful and happy in life, you must remember 4 important words: heart, wisdom, patience, virtue. If you understand and live according to these 4 words, you will achieve everything you desire." Jason widened his eyes in curiosity and asked, "Sir, what do these 4 words mean?" The old man smiled gently and replied, "You will understand when you face the challenges of life. Remember my words, and you will find the answers." After saying that, the old man slowly stood up and walked away into the forest. Jason stood there, thoughtful, wondering about the meaning of the old man's advice. One day, while on his way to gather firewood, Jason saw an old woman sitting by the side of the road. Her wooden cart had overturned, and vegetables and fruits were scattered everywhere. The old woman looked exhausted and distressed. Without hesitation, Jason ran over and said, "Grandmother, let me help you." He quickly picked up the vegetables and neatly arranged them back on the cart. After that, he helped the old woman push the cart back to her house. The old woman was deeply moved and held Jason's hand. "You are such a kind young man. Here is a bag of precious seeds that I have kept for many years. I give them to you, hoping that you will use them to start farming." Jason gratefully accepted the gift and went home. He began planting the seeds in his small garden. Every day, he carefully watered and tended to each seedling. Before long, Jason's garden started to flourish. His vegetables were fresh, vibrant, and more delicious than any others in the village. Because of his sincerity and kindness, Jason not only helped the old woman but also received a valuable opportunity to change his life. He realized that having a good heart opens the door to new possibilities. When Jason's garden started producing a good harvest, he began to think about how to expand his work and improve his farming skills. He decided to visit the most experienced farmers in the village to learn from them. "How can I keep my vegetables fresh for longer? How can I protect my crops from pests without affecting their quality? Jason constantly asked questions, took notes, and carefully observed the experienced farmers at work. He also stayed up late reading books about farming and tried out different methods in his garden. Thanks to his intelligence and willingness to learn, Jason discovered natural ways to fertilize his soil and protect his crops from pests. His vegetables became famous throughout the village for their freshness and quality. Many traders started coming directly to his home to buy vegetables at high prices. Jason understood that success could not rely on luck alone, it required wisdom. But then, one summer, a huge storm swept through the village. Strong winds and heavy rain destroyed Jason's entire garden. His once lush and vibrant crops were reduced to a field of mud and broken plants. Jason stood in the middle of the ruined field, heartbroken. All his hard work had been destroyed in a single night. Many people told him to give up, but Jason remembered the old man's teaching about patience. He said to himself, "I've come this far, I can't give up now." Jason patiently began rebuilding his garden from scratch. He repaired the fences, planted new seeds, and tended to the surviving plants with care. Day after day, under the hot sun and pouring rain, Jason worked tirelessly without complaining. Thanks to his persistence and resilience, Jason's garden gradually recovered and eventually became even more productive than before. Jason realized that success is not only about working hard but also about having the patience to persevere through setbacks and challenges. With his hard work and determination, Jason became the most successful farmer in the village. But he didn't keep his success to himself. He began sharing his knowledge with other villagers, giving them seeds, and teaching them how to grow vegetables. One day, a young farmer came to Jason and said, "Thanks to your guidance, I've learned how to grow vegetables, and now my family no longer suffers from hunger. I'm truly grateful to you." Jason smiled and replied, "When we live with virtue, and when we give to others without expecting anything in return, life will naturally reward us with greater blessings." Jason became loved and respected by everyone in the village, not just for his wealth but for his kindness and generosity. Years later, Jason met the old man again under the same ancient tree. The old man smiled and said, "You have learned the true meaning of the 4 words heart, wisdom, patience, virtue. You have not only achieved success but also found true happiness." Jason bowed deeply and thanked the old man. He now understood that heart brings opportunities through kindness. Wisdom creates growth and success. Patience helps overcome difficulties. Virtue earns love and respect from others. From that day on, Jason lived a peaceful and fulfilled life, knowing that true success was not just about material wealth, but about the peace of mind and the love he shared with others. Therefore, life is a long journey, and to achieve success and happiness, you need to stand firm on 4 core values: heart, wisdom, patience, virtue. Living with a sincere heart, continuously learning to improve yourself, staying patient in the face of challenges, and maintaining moral integrity, these are the keys to unlocking the door to true success and happiness. When you master these 4 principles, you will not only succeed in your career but also find peace and fulfillment within your soul. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with the latest videos. See you in the next one.